2020, but here he is in his 6th fight as a pro. No knockouts so far, and Jose Antonio Meza, well, he's proven that he can take a shot in his fight against undefeated prospect Keyshawn Davis, who will be representing the U.S. in Tokyo in the month of July.
A lot of height that Puente has to overcome. Very, very long rangy fighter in Meza. And you see Puente right now ducking and just trying to find a way inside of that long reach of Meza.
In that fight against Keyshawn Davis on the Canelo Billy Joe Saunders undercard, Meza really took a lot of punishment, but he kept coming and he made it interesting in the middle rounds. So we'll see how he does against Puente, a fighter who doesn't have the same power as Keyshawn Davis. Nice quick combination downstairs from Puente. Oh, nice left hook there from Jose Antonio Meza. Puente's down.
5, 6, 7, 8. You okay? Walk to me. Hands up. Box.
Sweeping left hook, and we'll see how Puente does over the next 1 minute and 45 seconds.
Yeah, Puente's still hurt. That was a big half hook, half uppercut from Meza. And Meza just missed a big overhand right about 10 seconds ago that Puente's lucky he got out of the way of.
Nice right hand now from Puente. He was smart, Dre, in that he wanted to get right up and bounce up, and then he realized that it was better to stay down and fully recover.
That was a smart move because that's a mistake a lot of fighters make. They're embarrassed, they're hurt, and they just rush up, and they haven't given themselves an opportunity to recover. They get hit with another shot, and oftentimes they get knocked out. A few extra seconds never hurts if you have it to clear your head and get yourself together.
Made all the difference for Puente, but it looks like Meza's just waiting for one shot once again. One mistake from Puente, he already knows what he can do.
Puente's he's trying to get in, but he's not doing it responsibly. He's not really putting his jab out there. He's just posing. And for a fighter like Meza, who, yes, he's 7-5, but he's been around the block. And he'll start to figure that out, and he'll try to take advantage of it just like he did.
Robert Garcia reminding Puente that he's had 15 seconds left and kind of just giving him that finish line to understand that he's almost there. That was a long 2 minutes for Puente after getting dropped, Dre, but
How you feel? Fine. That was nothing, right? Yeah. I was just one of those flat shots.
here it is, Dre.
Here we see, this is the fighter's worst nightmares, to get caught cold like that. Beautiful shot from Meza on the chin of Puente. And just a half hook, half uppercut. Quick move from Meza just to get to the side of Puente, and he never saw it coming. You see the look on his face. He was really hurt. Here we see another angle. He timed the jab, slipped in, beautiful shot. Landed right on the chin. It wasn't, a devastating shot, but it was a clean shot. And just perfect head position, and he responded and grazed the chin of Puente. And it's early in the fight. Fighter hasn't warmed up, so those kind of shots can knock you down and in some cases knock you out.
And Naoya Inoue, the world champion at 118 pounds. He's unified. He put his 20-0 record on the line tonight in the main event against mandatory challenger Michael Dasmariñas out of the Philippines. A lot at stake for Naoya Inoue, the number 3 ranked pound-for-pound fighter. And now a left hook from Puente hurts Meza here in the early going of round 2.
Looks like Puente has gotten his head back, and he's clear now. Now he's angry. When you recover from a shot like that, you start to get angry and you want to get it back. And that's what you're seeing right now from Puente.
Bring it up. There.
And he still needs to respect the power of Meza, but he's working his way in, digging to the body here with straight shots. A very different approach here from Puente in round 2. Meza's legs also look a little wobbly here still in round 2. Oh, he's got giraffe legs.
Yeah, I just think it's coordination. I think he's fine. You know, that's just how he moves. And to your point earlier, in the first round, he's not going to lay down. If Puente gets anything, he's going to have to earn it in this fight tonight.
There's that stick from Puente.
Finally a jab from the young fighter.
Nice right hand. Once again, setting it up is Puente. Good instructions from Robert Garcia telling him to stay there, bend his knees, use the jab. He's guiding his fighter through this fight.
And that's what good coaches do. Especially a young fighter.
Meza landed a nice lead right hand and then works the right to the body. And he was trying to do a bolo punch and he got clipped with a nice uppercut from Meza. From Puente.
Yeah, Meza tried to land the exact same half hook, half uppercut he did in the first round, but this time Puente was ready for it and he countered.
Interesting, because in the last fight we saw how Omar Rosario could steal the rounds from his opponent Mariano at the end, and Robert Garcia is telling him, you've got this round, you're on the road to recovery, it's only a 6-round fight, but he's getting it back, so he doesn't want him to give it away.
Ten seconds, stop at the bell, 10 segundos para la campana.
Solid round of adjustments for Puente here after going down in round 1.
Yeah, that was your round already, okay? That was perfect. That's exactly.
Here we see that same attempt from Meza, but Puente was ready for it this time. He recognized it, and he countered the counter that Meza tried to land on him. Good adjustment from the young fighter, and you just see him developing and growing like right before your eyes. He's making adjustments mid-fight, and that's what you want to see from your young pupil. And Robert Garcia is doing a great job, to your point, Bernardo, of coaching his fighter through literally moment by moment. Sometimes young fighters need that early on. Good counter, good adjustment from the young fighter, Eric Puente.
And the best way to get in when you have a disadvantage in terms of reach, which in this case is 4.5 inches in favor of Meza, is to get there quicker and to get there with the shorter punches, and that's what Puente was able to do here in round 2.
Box.
I mentioned in the first round, Puente can make it a lot easier if he just threw a left jab, just to hide those other combinations that he likes to throw. He's got a good arsenal. Good overhand rights, good straight right, good body shots. But that punch right there is the one that he's been neglecting, and he can make this fight a whole lot easier if he picked it up.
Stop. Here we go. Box.
That shot right there. To the body like you just saw, and also to the head of Meza.
It's the best way to open up the defense of your opponent. You see once again, once you get that jab going, it sets up the right hand that Puente was able to land here.
But that jab also protects you because you're thinking right now, looking for openings, and that allows you to stay safe while you're piling up points. The opponent has nothing to blind them with or to occupy them with. They can line you up with a good shot.
Meza is a tall, lanky fighter that's willing to take a shot to land his own. But against Puente, who has not yet to earn his first knockout punch, might be a good proposal for him. Although you never want to take shots. Just to take them. As they pose and look at each other, Dre, they both got each other's attention. They both earned each other's respect.
Definitely.
Meza now knows he can't throw those crazy shots because he's going to get clipped.
No punch, no punch.
And well, Puente, he already went down in the first round, so they're looking for just the right punch to throw at the right time.
Yeah, that specific punch that Meza landed was probably one and done for him in this fight. He's been found out.
The element of surprise is done.
But you see the small movement from Meza, and it may not seem like much, but it's keeping a young, eager, over-anxious fighter like Puente off balance just enough where he can't get comfortable and set to throw his shots.
In the corner of Puente, they just want him to continue pressing, take this round, and even the fight up after going down in the first round in a 10-8 round in favor of Meza. Ooh, nice left hand there from Puente.
10 segundos para la campana. 10 seconds. Stop at the bell.
This is a good action fight, and if you like action fights, our opening bout on ESPN, when we move over from ESPN Plus, will feature Isaac Dogbe, a former world champion who really wants to get his career back on track and earn a shot at a featherweight world title. Let's take a look at his career. He's got 15 knockouts and 22 career wins. In April of 2018, he won the WBO junior featherweight title, getting off the canvas to dethrone Jesse Magdaleno by 11th round knockout, dropping the champion 3 times on his way to earning his first world title, and introducing us to the phrase Nejo, which means to run through everything. In December of 2018, in his second title defense, Dogbe lost the belt to Emmanuel Navarrete by decision. It was a give-and-take affair that favored the tall and awkward Mexican fighter who would become his nemesis. The rematch, it took place 5 months later in May of 2019. That time, Dogbe was punished, prompting his father to throw in the towel as he couldn't overcome Navarrete's relentless attack. And in July of 2020, after a 14-month layoff, Isaac got back into the winning track, stopping Chris Avalos in 8 rounds. It was a dominant performance as he moved to featherweight. Back inside the ring with lightweight action, Jose Antonio Meza taking on Eric Puente. I'm Bernardo Osuna alongside Andre Ward. Really happy you're with us. To recap, Puente went down in round 1, and then he's kind of taken over in the last 2 rounds. And the big difference, Dre, is that he's been able to close the gap against a taller fighter.
Yes, he has, and he's also gotten the respect of Meza because Meza, like you said, is a very aggressive guy, very tough guy, and he has no problem coming forward, but he's evidently felt some power and some strength from Puente that has him respecting him very much right now.
Puente gets great sparring at the RGBA Academy with Jackson Mariñas, Brian Lua, Hector Tanajara, some solid prospects.
Meza is a good test for any young fighter coming up at the right time because he's going to give you a test. He's a decent puncher. He's not going to lay down. He's going to test your pupil and show you exactly where they are in their development.
Meza just shook his right hand. Nice double left hook there from Meza. 1-2 from Puente as he tries to close the gap on Meza. He's got no idea how to fight going backwards, and that's the best thing that Puente could do is keep pushing him towards the ropes.
But that's the shot, or those are the shots that I would like to see from Puente is more body work. When you have a fighter who has a long torso like that, they're taller than you by 4 or 5 inches, hit what's in front of you, hit what's closest, and it's the body and the chest of Meza.
Nice uppercut there from Puente.
You see that body can't move. The head can move from left to right. They can duck, but the body is going to always be there, and that's what the young fighter needs to attack. Yes, both of these fighters are young. One is 21 and one is 24. So. The younger fighter in Puente.
Nice combination there. He digs to the body with the right hook.
So that was
the ribs.
Yes, that was a complete combination. 2 jabs, right hand, and then he went downstairs to the body to top it off. Great combination right there. Meza right there, picking and poking,
10
and
seconds. Stop at the
just
bell. 10
staying
seconds.
active enough to keep things interesting. Tried that shot, he thought about it.
Is it worth it? We're going to listen in to Robert Garcia and Ivan Puente, who's Eric's father, in the blue corner.
Yeah, towards the end, the last 10 seconds, if you already know it's your round, don't let them steal it, all right? With maybe 2 punches, don't let them steal the round, okay?
Thank you.
Breathe. How you feel? 2 more rounds. You got it? Yeah. Smart and close combinations. Don't pull back. Step to the sides. Don't pull up in front of them, right? Especially in front of them, right? All right, throw your 2-3 punch combinations and step to the sides or step back, but hands up high and chin down. All right, don't pull up.
That was your round.
All right, we need these next 2 rounds, right? Don't give them away.
You can't get lazy. You need 2 rounds.
Start to stay a little bit busier. Start to stay on the inside a little bit more, but smart. Chin down. All right, chin down.
Second time, mouthpiece in.
Smart, all right?
Hunter, what'd you think of the instructions?
I think Robert Garcia's been on point all night. You know, he's been telling his young fighter everything he needs to tell him, and I see Puente
There you go.
following the instructions. He's not doing everything perfect, but if you can get him to absorb half of what you're saying, I think that's a win.
One of the biggest questions when you've got a young prospect is what's he going to do when he gets hurt? What's he going to do when he gets dropped? And I think Puente's been able to answer a lot of those questions since that first round.
Yeah, because that moment it's shocking, it's embarrassing, your pride is hurt, it's a lot going on in that moment. You don't quite know how you're going to respond until it happens. And to your point, he responded very, very well.
Controlling the fight with his better skills, quicker hands, getting inside, digging to the body.
Box.
You hear Robert Garcia asking for specific shots to the body or asking for Puente to go to the body, and he's responding and he's doing it.
Ooh, nice body shot there from Jose Antonio Meza. The thing here is that Puente has really tempered the offensive output of Meza, and that's the only chance that Meza has in this fight. He can't outbox Puente. He's really got to throw punches.
Like I said, Meza has felt something that's basically made him tone it down and respect the power of Puente.
Puente 5 victories, none of those by way of knockouts, but we've mentioned how he gets great sparring at the RGBA Academy. He's showing some power here tonight.
Yo, he may not have any knockouts yet, but trust me, some of those punches are landing very, very heavy, because if they weren't, Meza wouldn't be respecting him the way that he is.
Good stick from Meza. That's what you'd expect from a fighter with a 4.5-inch reach. And there's that left hook to the body from Meza, but then he gets clipped with a counter left.
Meza's always dangerous. Always dangerous. He's always looking to land a pop shot here, a pop shot there, you know, a big shot here, a big shot there. You got to watch him until the final battle.
Lunging left hook there from Puente. Meza ties him up immediately. Nice stick from Puente. There's a body shot as well. Puente feeling like he's in control.
Stop.
Because he is.
10 segundos. 10 seconds. Box. Listen for that bell.
That's just youth right there. That's all that is.
Let's listen in to Vicente Mijares with the instructions for Jose Antonio Meza. He's doing well, but you're letting his opportunities go when he opens up. When he doesn't throw punches, that's when you got to get in there and close the gap. You're boxing very well, but you need to feint and throw the jab. This is the last round. You want to be a world champion. Come on. Just get the jab. Don't let him get started. counter him and land that left hook downstairs. When he moves to your left, cover up and throw your barrage of punches. Don't let him get off first. You gotta use that jab. You're smarter than him. Come on. The Mijares family from Gomez Palacio, Durango. They are the relatives of former world champion Cristian and Diamante Mijares, so they've got a lot of experience.
Both corners are actually giving their fighters sound advice. Question is, who's going to listen and who's going to act on it in this final round?
Who can execute the instructions? And so far, once again, it's Eric Puente, who got up off of the first round knockdown and has just been a totally different fighter.
He answered a very burning question that all young fighters have to answer, is if you go down, what's going to be your response? And I'd rather get that question answered early than late in a fighter's career.
Stop! No, no punch. Break. Step back. No punch. Here we go. Box.
When you can win the battle of the jabs against a taller, longer fighter, that means you're doing things right, and that's the case for Eric Puente.
And that is a matter of positioning. It's not necessarily, just reach, because you can get inside of a reach if you understand positioning. And Puente seems like he does, and he almost landed a big overhand right just a few moments ago. And again, that was positioning and range. So when he gets his range right, he can land against a longer-armed fighter like Meza.
No wrestling, guys.
Nice double left hook to the body. Right into the solar plexus.
That didn't feel good.
That's what he's got Meza thinking. Where's the punch coming? And that's one of the hardest things for young fighters to understand is the variety of punches, not being robotic. And Puente's not telegraphing his punches at all.
And Robert Garcia mentioned that in between rounds, he said you're letting opportunities pass you up. And he can see, being on the outside, opportunities where Puente can step it up and get Meza out of there or land some significant shots. And just because of his youthfulness, or maybe because he doesn't recognize the moment, he lets those pass him by. That's homework to work on for the future.
Earlier in this round, there was a nice right to the rib cage that really worked for Puente. Took the air right out of Meza's sails.
This is a good moment for Puente to change up the cadence and not just throw punches at the same rate of speed, but touch, and then try to sneak something heavy in there, because Meza's ready and he's tough, so sometimes you got to hit him with something that he doesn't see.
We've heard that instruction continually is don't give the round away at the end.
Stop! No punch, no punch.
For Puente. After going down, he's done extremely well to take control of this fight. And Meza is going to go with Old Faithful, trying to land that leaping, lunging left hook or uppercut. He's got one tool that worked for him once in the fight, and that's how this one goes the distance. Once again for Eric Puente, who gets to hear the final bell in his sixth professional fight, has never earned a knockout, but he really earned Meza's respect after going down in round one and coming away with should be a clear victory. What impressed you about Puente tonight, Andre?
Just his poise, his grit, his perseverance. This is a really good performance from him. This is a B- performance, but a lot of upside, few things to work on, but this young fighter has a lot to work with. You see right here, this is the question that young fighters have to answer. Every single one of them is when you have a tough moment or get dropped, what's your response? We saw the response right there. He made some adjustments and didn't get hit with that same shot again. That speaks to his IQ. His toughness was there. He listened to instructions and executed most of them under pressure. So a lot to take home, to be proud about if you're in Puente's corner. And just a lot of upside for this young fighter, and I'm looking forward to seeing him again.
There was that ripping right hook to the body in the sixth round, and congratulations and respect from Jose Antonio Meza, who may have thought he had that opening in round one, but Eric Puente proved that this was a six-round fight, and you have to compete the entire 18 minutes, and that's exactly what he did against Jose Antonio Meza, who came in from Mexico. They're still counting the points here, and that kind of makes me leery, Dre.
Yeah, they better get this one right. Because if they don't, this is going to be a bad sign for the rest of the night. But this wasn't a hard one, in my opinion. They should get this right.
I mean, to me, it's just 10-8 in the first round, and then 10-8, 10-9 the other way.
That's right.
The remaining 5 rounds. But I'm not a judge. Looks like Mark Chinook is making his way into the ring to give us the official particulars for this fight and who takes the victory. Is it Jose Antonio Meza pulling off the upset, or did Eric Puente correct enough?
Ladies and gentlemen, after 6 rounds here inside the Virgin Hotel Las Vegas, we go to the judges' scorecards for the official decision. Patricia Morse-Jarman scores the bout 57-56. Tim Cheatham and Chris Migliore both score the bout 58-55. For your winner by unanimous decision, Eric the Beast Puente!
That's exactly what you expected to hear, was Eric Puente taking the victory